Stampers and crafters. It is Hump Day Wednesday, and my name is Kevon. I am from Seattle, Washington. I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for about 20 years, and I absolutely love creating cards from you. You can also find my website at www.ktstamps.com. Every Wednesday, I try to do some type of a card sketch. And this is what a card sketch looks like. It's some type of pattern. I guess you can see it better this way. It's some type of pattern, and it is what you copy to create cards. So my goal today is to create two beautiful cards. Now, today is very special, and I want to make sure that I celebrate somebody who I've had the opportunity to meet, and she passed last week, and her name is Robin Messingheimer, and she was from Hawaii, and I got the opportunity to visit her in Hawaii, and we stayed together a couple of times at convention. So these are just my interpretation of the cards. And for this one and next time, I am doing things just kind of to Robin Messingheimer. So these are the two cards that we are creating today. Let me see if I can bring this up good. And this is just one done with DSP. And then instead of having this, so it ends up being vertical, I want it to go horizontal. This next card is a pleated card, and I just wanted to do something just a little bit different so I can give you ideas on what you can do. Again, dimensions from the pattern or the template will be on my blog, and also the template for how to create pleats will also be on my blog. So we're going to get started with this one. Now, things that we are using as I bring out all my stuff. We're using the sending hugs, and I did not put anything in the middle of the card because I wanted you to be able to send hugs to whomever. This is by the Layering Leaves bundle. I also brought out, because we are doing a lot of retirement stuff, I brought out the layering ovals, and I used these two old ovals. Now you can see that my ovals are a mess, and these are ones that are created with scallop and then just with the regular cutouts. So this is my go-to that I went for on the ovals. Now, a long time ago when Robin made her design, we didn't have any ovals, so we were using a lot of the Sizzix. So Stampin' Up! Then started creating the different types of die cuts, and we were able to use Stampin' Up! Stuff instead of Sizzix. I am also using some of the 22, 24 in color pastels, and these are retiring soon. I have my Stampin' Pad, which is going to be a pretty peacock. I have my Lost Lagoon bordered ribbon that I've just put right up here, and that is everything we need. So I'm just going to get out my cards, and I just keep them in just a Stampin' Up! Case, and they do quite well. I very much enjoy having these available. They keep me online, they keep me going in a forward direction, and I don't lose a lot of stuff. Now, I forget a lot of stuff, but I don't lose when I am cutting. All right, this is basic white, and then I have some lemon lime twist, and then I have some Sweet Sorbet. Now you can see that when I did this, it's about 1/8 of an inch. So what I did is, because I have a real problem with always, oh, I have to go get it. Hold on. Gotta grab my cutter. I always forget something. This is my paper cutter, paper trimmer. And what I did is that I'm going to cut out the middle so we can use the middle to do another project instead of wasting this whole card sheet. So what I'm going to do is that Stampin' Up! Has, you're not going to be able to see it very well. They have 1 inch on the left side and 1 inch on the right side. I am going to go 1/2 inch on the right side. So my cardstock is right at 1/2 inch. This is the center line, okay, where it cuts. And I'm gonna go past that center line to 1/2 inch. I am then going to move my light gray out of the way and bring in my dark gray. Now I am going to start from 1/2 inch, so that's the way everything's going to go at the top. And this is about 5 3/8. So I am just going to go to about 4 3/4. And then I'm going to lift 1/2 inch, start up, and on the sides are how you read. That's one of the reasons that, let me get this out of the way. That's one of the reasons that I have my white up here, so then I can see where the 1/2 inch is. And then I have 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, and Stampin' Up! Has also put this right on the side so you know where every inch is. So I am going to bring that back in 1/2 inch, go up to the top where it was 1/2 inch, and each one of these cutter scorers has little lines on the outside. Again, let me see if I can bring it up so you can see the line. This is a long line, and you can put this line where you want to line the cutter scorer up. The scorer is always a darker gray. The light gray is, or excuse me, the scorer is always the light gray, and the cutter is always the dark. So we're going to find 1/2 inch, press this down, and this is, I think, 4 1/8. So we're going to go to right about 3 3/4. Again, turn it. We're going to come up here to 1/2 inch. We're going to bring it down to about 4 3/4. Open it up, and I'm just opening it up from the bottom. Coming back up, getting it to 1/2 inch, and cutting it to where it meets. And that's about a little past 3 and probably about 5/8. So this is what it looks like. Now you're going to find that we may have an end that doesn't just pull right out. Take your paper snips, cut it. So now we have a piece that we can use in the future and a piece right now that we can put our sweet sorbet on. So I'm just going to bring out my Stampin' Seal, and all I'm going to do is, mine works better when I have my, oh, wouldn't you know? I guess I can't find it. All right. It works better when I have my silicone pad. So right now I think I took my silicone pad to the other side. Yep, I did. The silicone pad holds it down enough that it gives you a good pull, and a pull is just bringing it down nice and easy. I think I'm going to put some on the bottom. So the pull is when you hear or when you roll the tape out. Okay? So now I'm bringing this back in, and again, this is 1/8 of an inch. So before you put it down, you want to make sure that you have things lined up. All right? So then that is my 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So from here, all I'm going to do is add some of my decoration. I'm going to put the designer series paper from Masterfully Made, and this is what the paper looks like. And I just 4 inches by 5 1/4. This is what the back looks like. And again, Stampin' Up! Does such a great job of really bringing out these incredible designer series papers. Absolutely love it. I do not remember what size this is. This is going to drive me crazy. And this I'm just going to put right in the middle. All right, then from here, all I'm going to do is seal this. Robin also has a book that she created. I think she created 3 or 4 different books that had card sketches in it. I know that I bought one off of Amazon, so if you would like to use some more of Robin's beautiful card sketches, that would be a place that I would look. I'm bringing in my Sending Hugs and my pretty Peacock. So I'm bringing in just this is a mat that is for piercing, and I am just bringing it in so I can have it. I need a little bit of give when I'm stamping with photo Palmer stamps. There we go. Let's see if I can get a better pull over here. Yay, I can. And this is basic white. This is fresh Fresia. Okay. From here, I'm just going to bring in 4 dimensionals and doing it and placing them on north, south, east, and west. And then what I want to do, I better get this out of the way or I'll end up eating it, is that I am pulling off all the backs of the dimensionals. And then I want to put it on where this flower still shows. So it's just going to be up towards the top. I guess it's going to barely show on this one. Bringing out my little knot that I made. And then my glue dots. And I just press this up against. And then all I'm going to do is put this right at the bottom of Sending Hugs. I'm going to be searching now. For my take my pick tool, and I'm just bringing in my pearls. Wow. This always happens. I get these long ones coming. All right, and all I'm going to do is put one right there in the center, one at the top, and then one down in the greens. And let's put it right over here where this one is. It's really a flat triangle, but it is for the most part good enough. Then we are going to take our 1/2-inch strip and we're just going to put it in the center. Yeah, boy, I did a good job. And all I'm doing is hooking it to the top of the page and then pulling it all the way down. And of course, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it off. If it tears, I'm just going to leave it. Yes. And I'm just trying to get it in a straight line all the way down. There you go. It's not very straight. I don't know if I can take it off a second or a third time. There we go. Much better. All right. And then you're ready to stamp anything on the inside. So that's my first card. Really, really, really enjoy the cards. I just think that they are very kind, very nice. So that's our first card. The second card then is the pleat. So bringing out everything that we need. The paper is from the Flight and Airy Designer Series paper. It is all about the birds. All about the birds. So it has these beautiful birds, and then it has beautiful designs on the other side. Some of the birds have this at the bottom, just textured looking paper. It's beautiful blue, boho blue. So that's what I just decided to use. I just said that's going to be easy enough for us to do. This is called a no stamp card because I haven't done any stamping at all in it. All right. And again, here's our card. I just die cut. You can see that I die cut with layer ovals. And I also found a bird that I really like, and I don't know if you can find, you can hardly see. There's another bird like right down here. And I just found this bird and I just die cut. That's all I did. So we're going to take our piece. Oh, I have, this is retired, but this is seafoam seam binding ribbon. This is our iridescent pastels with Calypso, coral, balmy blue, and gold. This is my template that I created. Oh man, you can hardly even see it. Okay, for the Designer Series paper to make the pleat. That is just our 1/2 inch that we're going to put on the inside. This is my base, and it's the thick, and I forget to say that quite a bit, the thick basic white. So we are going to put that down. This piece is 6 3/4 by 5 1/4. And again, I did a better job of putting this on the website so you can see this. But we're going to bring in our Simply Scored, put the 6 3/4 at the top. We have a small stylist and a larger stylist, so we're going to use that. All right, as we come over to the top, our first score will be 3 3/4. Then we are moving to 2 1/4. Then we're moving to 3, 4 1/2, and 5 1/4. Those are our pleats. I'm going to do it one more time. So you have 3 3/4, and maybe I might bring this one in so you can see it better. Kind of, sort of. 3 3/4, 2 1/4, 3, 4 1/2, and 5 1/4. So that's the template to make this. And then we are just going to score. This is just going to be a mountain fold. And then we are going to do a valley fold. And then we're going to do a mountain fold. And a valley fold. And then we're going to do a mountain fold. And then what is going to happen is that the 3/4 is going to go over, and then we're going to, sit together in our folds. And what I'm going to do is turn it this way. I'm going to turn it this way. So then you can just see our folds. All right, as we open this up, we are, anytime that there is a mountain fold, a valley fold, you are going to glue. So I'm doing it where the big piece is at the end and the folded over piece is at the front. All right. Then we are going to open it up and fold between, let me get my measurements, fold between the 2 1/4 and 3. And then the 4 1/2 and 5. So that's going to be our first. And on the back then, we are just going to fold the back piece over, and then all we're going to do is just get ready to adhere it like you would normally adhere your back, so you can do it any way you want. Okay, and then from here, we're going to put it aside for just a minute because I got so carried away. All right, this is going to be the exact same thing, and I'm hoping I have my little bird piece. It looks like it has escaped me. Okay, oh, there, it's already glued together. My bad. So this is already ready to be taken out, the exact same thing. I brought my paper snips to cut this. Okay. I guess I did such a great job of putting them someplace where I can't even find them. Really? Thank you. I knew I had them someplace. And so I'm just going to make sure that I cut the little pieces. There we go. And this is Boho blue and Calypso coral, and then our basic white. So I'm moving that aside, taking my Calypso coral, and I am just doing the sides so I can adhere it to the blue, or the Boho blue. And again, this is where you want to make sure that you don't lay it down until you're ready. All right, and from here, we are just going to adhere the back so we can put it on the basic white. All right. Hold on a minute. I gotta make sure that this is the right length. Let's see if this will work a little bit better now. Yes, much better. Sometimes you just got to take off a sliver. So I have that. Then I'm bringing in my piece and I'm placing it right in the center. And it's okay if it hangs over just a little bit. There we go. And then I am going to bring in I put some glue on the back of that. I'm going to bring in my seam, my seafoam. I think it's seam binding. Yeah, seam binding ribbon. And all I'm doing is going back and forth in a little zigzag. To just give it just a little fun. So this is what it's going to look like. Then I am just going to bring in a piece of tape, Scotch tape, and I am just going to put that down. Make sure that it's all hidden. And then I'm bringing in my foam adhesive sheets, and I am just doing one where I can go 3 down right on top of the Scotch tape. And so it just holds everything down, and it will allow the middle just to stay upright and have a really good solid stand when you put it on the card, and if you ever mail it. Alrighty. When I went to Hawaii to visit Robin, she had this beautiful house in Hilo, and she was in the way of the volcano. So there was a time that her house burnt and she lost all her stamping things. And because she was so well known in this community, people gave her all the extras. of the stamping supplies they had so she could go ahead and stamp again. She's very logical, very much all about stamping and really making sure people have a great experience. And I'm on a website where she was just a very important person to have on. And she always had kind responses and really thoughtful responses, especially when you felt like you had something going on and you really needed somebody to have a clear head. She was one of those people. Very glad to have known her. So this is what it looks like once I put all the gems on it. And this is our second card. And you guys, this is such a beautiful pattern. And I have to bring in, oh boy, this tape sometimes drives me crazy. We're going to bring in this 1/2 inch piece. And stick it inside. And again, this is one that I did not do anything to because I just really feel that it can be whatever kind of a card you want. So this is our second card. And this is our first card. And this is the design from Robin. And here you go. That's what everything looks like. And again, everything that you need you can find on my blog. And again, my name is Kevon, and I love creating cards for you. You can, excuse me, you can case these cards. You can make your own cards. When you do make your own cards, post them on my cards so I can see what they look like. I love seeing cards on my Facebook page. But otherwise, I hope that you guys have a great day. I'll see you next Wednesday with another Robin Messingheimer sketch ready for you to complete. So take care. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.